Hi, Vanessa here. In this video we are making this granny square. Okay, this is approximately 6 by 6 square. Okay, so for one square I used about 0.7 ounce. Okay, this is Lion Brand's Heartland in Grand Canyon, and each skein is 5 ounces. So it doesn't take much to make this granny square. Okay, so for this one I used a size I, which is 5.5. Now this is actually a pocket for one of my sweaters, so I wanted to make a video for the granny square to help with the pattern. So you'll need a stitch marker, a tapestry needle, and a pair of scissors. Of course, you can use any weight yarn with the recommended hook size. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just going to use some scrap yarn that I have. We're going to start with the magic ring. I have a slower video for that if you'd like. I'll leave a link in the corner. So you're holding the tail in, wrap your yarn around over the tail, and then I like to close my fingers so that I can insert my hook through the loop and grab the working yarn. Okay, and then sort of just keep that together as much as you can, and then chain 2. You can tug on the tail to make it smaller, whatever's comfortable for you. Okay, so for our first round we're going to start with a 2 double crochet cluster. So to work a 2 double crochet cluster, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the ring or the circle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, we're going to repeat that. Yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. So we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, next we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster into the ring. So the reason why we work 2 here is because the chain 2 was part of the cluster. Okay, so yarn over into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So you want to do that 2 more times. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so now you have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 4. Now we're going to chain 2 and then work another 3 double crochet cluster into the ring, yarn over, into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Repeat that 2 more times. Yarn over, into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. One more time. Yarn over, into the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. With 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Okay, so now we're going to repeat. So we want to work another chain 4 and then another 2 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another cluster, 3 double crochet cluster, yarn over, into the ring, and work your 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, with 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4. Okay, you can tighten it again by pulling on the tail. Okay, so we want to work another set. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 2, 3 double crochet clusters. Okay, and in between the clusters you want to chain 2, yarn over and work your 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so because this one counted as a cluster, the last set, this is basically half of the last one we're going to make. So we want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and work 1 3 double crochet cluster. Okay. Okay, so we're going to chain 2 and then slip stitch to the first cluster here. Okay. Now you want to pull on your tail and tighten this. Let me move my hook. Pull on the tail to tighten the ring or the center. Okay, so you should have 8 clusters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is the middle. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start round 2. We're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is going to count as 1 double crochet, which is the first 3 chains, and a chain 2 space. So now we're going to work 3 double crochet cluster, a chain 2, and another 3 double crochet cluster into this corner space here, so the chain 4 space. Okay, again I'll go over it slowly with the first one. So 3 double crochet cluster, yarn over into the chain 4 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, repeat that twice, yarn over into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so there's your 3 double crochet cluster, yarn over and pull through all 4 loops. Okay, chain 2, and then you want to work another cluster in the same space. So we're working the corners. Yarn over into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, yarn over in the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. One more time, yarn over into the same space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. There's your 3 double crochet cluster, completed by yarning over and pulling through all 4 loops. Okay, so now we're going to chain 2, and then in this chain 2 space between the clusters, so on the sides of the square, we're going to work 3 double crochet stitches. Yarn over into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1 double crochet, Now you want to work 2 more double crochet stitches right into the chain 2 space. Okay, so here we are at the corner again. So just like this corner, we're going to work 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2, 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so you want to chain 2, and then we're going to work our corner clusters. 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2, and 3 double crochet cluster in the same chain 4 space. Okay, so now we're going to chain 2 and work 3 double crochet stitches into the chain 2 space here, which is the side of the square. Okay, so chain 2, and then we're going to work our 3 double crochet clusters, chain 2, and then another 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, so here's 1, chain 2, and then another cluster. Okay, chain 2, and then we're going to work 3 double crochets into this chain 2 space here, just regular double crochets. Okay, so there's the last corner, chain 2, 3 double crochet cluster, okay, chain 2, 3 double crochet cluster into the same chain 4 space. Chain 2, and then this counted as our chain 2 space and a double crochet, so we're going to work 2 double crochets and then slip stitch to the 3rd chain from the beginning chain 5. So here's 1, 2, oops, that's right, just 2, and then slip stitch 1, 2, 3, 3rd chain. Okay, so this is round 2. So for round 3, we're going to chain 3. I'm going to do the chainless double crochet, and I'll show you real quick how to do that. I do have a slower video for that tutorial as well. If you don't want to do that, you can just chain 3. So I'm going to pull up a tall loop, okay, about the same height as a double crochet stitch. I'm going to hold my finger here, and then I'm going to turn. So I'm going to sort of yarn over, okay, so bring your hook forward and through the back. So now you end up with 2 loops on your hook. If you let go, it's just going to fall apart. So make sure you hold on to the loop. Okay, bring your hook forward and under, and then insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, okay, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, so that is your double crochet stitch. Again, if you don't want to do that, you can just chain 3. In the next chain 2 space, we're going to work 2 double crochet stitches. 1, 2. Okay, chain 2. And then we're at the first corner here. We're going to work a 3 double crochet cluster, a chain 2, and a 3 double crochet cluster right into this space, chain 2 space. So yarn over into that space and work, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over into the same space, yarn over, pull through 2, one more time, yarn over into that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Okay, the same way you've been working the 3 double crochet clusters. Chain 2 and work another 3 double crochet cluster into the same chain 2 space. Okay, so you want to chain 2, work 2 double crochets in this next chain 2 space. 1, 2. Now in these 3 double crochet stitches, you're just going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch. So here's the first one, the second, and the third. Okay, chain 2 space here, you're going to work 2 double crochet stitches. Okay, chain 2, and we're ready to work our clusters in the corner again. So 3 double crochet cluster. Okay, chain 2, and another 3 double crochet cluster into the same space. Okay, so you're just repeating that all the way around, working 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space. On the side here, on these 3 double crochets, you work 1 double crochet in each stitch, and then in the corner you work your 3 double crochet cluster, chain 2, and 3 double crochet cluster, and then make sure you chain 2 in between the sides and the corner. Okay, 2 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 2 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. Chain 2. Okay. Work your 2 clusters in here. Chain 2. The second cluster. Chain 2. Okay. 2 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 2 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. Okay, we're at the corner again. Chain 2. Work your 2 clusters in here in the chain 2 space. So here's 1 cluster, chain 2, and your second cluster. Chain 2. Okay, now we're almost at the beginning. So 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space. And then this first stitch here where I worked the chainless double crochet, that's the third one from this set here. So you want to work 2 double crochets in this last 2 stitches, and then you want to slip stitch to your first, in this case, double crochet stitch. If you chained 3, just make sure you slip stitch into the third chain from the beginning chain 3. So here is my beginning double crochet stitch. I'm going to slip stitch to join. Okay, we're ready for round 4. So I'm going to work my chainless double crochet stitch. You can chain 3 if you like. Okay, so anytime you have a double crochet stitch, you want to work 1 double crochet in every stitch, which is the sides of your square. And then when you get to a chain 2 space on the side, you just work 2 double crochet stitches. When you get to the corner, you want to chain 2, work your 2 clusters, and chain 2. So 1, 2, first cluster, chain 2, second cluster. Whoops. Chain 2. Okay, so right here on the side, you want to work 2 double crochets in this space, 1 double crochet in every stitch, 2 double crochet here, and chain 2. So 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space, 1 double crochet in every stitch across, two double crochets in this next chain 2 space, chain 2, and work your clusters in the corner. There's my first cluster, chain 2, second cluster, chain 2, and then you just repeat all the way around. Okay, so you want to slip stitch to the first double crochet, or if you chain 3, slip stitch to the third chain to join. So now we're on the last round. The last round is almost similar, except we're not working clusters in the corner anymore. We're just going to work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. So again, I'm going to start with my chainless double crochet stitch, and then in each of the double crochets I'm going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch until the chain 2 space, 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. Okay, so the difference here is also we do not chain 2 anymore when we're at the corner. So after the 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space, you're going to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets into the same chain 2 corner space. Okay, 2 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. We're not chaining 2 anymore after the corners. 1 double crochet in each of the stitches across. Okay, so 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space. In the corner, we want to work 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets into the same chain 2 space. Chain 2, another 3 double crochet, two double crochets in the next chain 2 space, one double crochet in every stitch across. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, so I'm at the end of my last round. I'm going to slip stitch to join. Okay, and I'm going to cut my yarn. If you're sewing this to anything, just make sure you leave a long enough tail. This isn't long enough for sewing, but for my cardigan pattern, you're going to need at least a length that goes around the square once. Okay, so this one is a little larger than this one because the yarn is a little bit thicker, just in case you wanted to substitute yarn for a project. Okay, so now you just weave in your ends and you're done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe for future videos. See you next time.